with your mother.
Get to the
She's a
top.
beautiful woman.
Good evening, kids. Welcome back to another episode with the guys.
Ben, I am ready to review Luke Cage.
We
Powerman.
all sound like old Russian smokers.
Smithers?
In Russia, cigarettes smoke you.
That's right.
In Russia, kids eat, take cigarettes, then smoke you.
In Russia, the chopper gets to you.
In Russia,
you
we
sound like
share
Nazi.
cigarettes. Chain smoking takes no meaning.
What's going on, guys? It's been a while since we had a retrospective. I blame Pixel, but
I blame Bateman. He could have done it without me.
I blame global warming.
I blame global
That's fine,
warming.
fine.
The fucking 80s.
fine. We're gonna blame global warming. We gotta blame Greta then.
Okay. Your
We can all
terms are
agree.
acceptable.
Welcome to Marania. Hello, Awesome P. Hello to Zach in the chat again.
I'm everywhere.
And Brewer said, and how on the nose is he for this?
I needed a shower, guys.
Wait, I've had this iced coffee for like 2 hours. This is not the reason I'm late.
I mean,
the last one here, so
the things Pixel was doing, he needed the shower. He looked a little grimy.
I walked home from work.
a little
So-
Rick grimy.
It's only half an hour away.
His shoes
Not
were
bad.
sticking to the floor.
You walk a half hour?
I walked a half hour
Yeah,
from
that's-
work.
Oh, okay. Good
How much?
exercise.
How
Well,
much
that
would it
explains
take for
why-
you to never use that joke again?
I'm just gonna say that explains why you like the one.
I'll pay.
Dead of the Lord of the Rings. You did it,
You could have just simplified it, saying,
You know, it'd be awesome. The hobbits meet the Walking Dead. A couple minutes later, see ya.
the Hobbit dead.
It's,
"Do do 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 do."
Yes, it'd still be the Hobbits versus the Orcs, and they have a.
And it would be narrated by one Christopher Walken. All the Lord of the Rings actually
blame Zach.
needed was Christopher
think-
Walken.
I think Pixel and I need to retrospect Lord of the Rings at some point just to drive Mickman and Breen crazy.
All right.
well, you know, the nice thing about it, see, here's the thing that SJWs never learn. If you don't want to see something, you don't have to.
It's true.
That's fair.
That's very true.
Or we'd sit up there in the balcony like Statler and walk over for
I just kind of feel like SJWs
I
in a
have to
sense.
say,
Quickly, Pixel. SJWs, whenever I hear anybody mention them, they're pretty much just like an ex-girlfriend who doesn't want you having to join your life. And that's why she's your ex.
You have a lot of those, do you?
I say, I say there's someone closer to our side of the aisle that need to learn that too, Eric. Breen.
That I would say that.
No,
is-
Zach.
yeah.
Zach, I don't have much of a love life. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
We can't all be like you, have
Yeah, but
5 years to get
those-
divorced.
those people are making their living complaining about everything.
Yeah,
The blue hairs I'm talking about do not. They
that's
just-
fair.
They
That's
just live
fair.
on Twitter. God, what were they were complaining about something today. It was just not the girl from Shazam.
Your mother.
Yeah,
She's a beautiful
she's in a
woman.
coffee can
I mean,
somewhere.
look,
It needs a little bit of moisturizer, though.
Yesterday it was Luna Lovegood. Today it's Mary Marvel. Like, if it's a day that ends in Y, there's something they're going to complain about.
Who's
All
complaining
right.
about Luna Lovegood?
I don't know.
They were
but,
complaining about her yesterday because she apparently supports J.K. Rowling.
Oh, the
no.
actress.
Yeah,
The
that was-
actress, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think it was that. It's just that they're just, like I said, joyless, miserable people.
Yeah.
Problem is, I saw today where there's some zombie game where you kill somebody and you wear their face.
Oh,
and-
Walking Dead, yeah.
Yeah, and the SJW said, that's blackface. So they
Oh my God.
take it off of the game.
They're talking about the.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I forget what.
Yeah, so it's like, it's almost like everybody in the world's turned to idiots and they feel sorry for these people. So they let them have their victories there.
Pixel,
and
we
they
should
just
know what.
screw it up for the rest of us.
Yeah.
We watched The Walking Dead. What is that group? The where is this the
The
zombie
Whisperers.
things?
The
Whisperers.
I
Whisperers.
don't think it was a Walking Dead game though. It was something else.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh,
Anyway,
Anyway.
We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about.
Speaking
this.
of, I was gonna say, speaking
full
of blackface,
screen this.
all right.
show the book.
Show me the money.
Hey,
Yeah, there you go.
Look
I mean,
at that dive ticket.
live
Oh.
and in person.
I was doing that one. Why are you showing the other book?
Now, if I had pixel fingers, this would be going off the side of the page, but I don't.
Do I need to get out of comic books so we can compare? I have a floppy here somewhere.
I don't want to
We
see that.
No one wants to see that.
About to say, yeah, we
Do
don't
you
want
have
to
any
see
comics?
pixels.
We've
Yeah.
seen his fingers. How long is the floppy? Oh, it's really small.
All right, you can unfull screen me now.
Okay.
From
Minimize.
PC, go ahead, full screen me. I have no problem comparing.
Wait a second. What book is that?
What is that
Okay.
book we're talking about?
No, we-
Dead Ringer, Guy Gardner.
well, we can't see any of the cover.
What?
He's making a joke. He's
Oh.
joking at your
Bummer.
fingers' expense.
Okay.
Wait. Are you like just trying to one up Zach? You're gonna show up like a white guy in a comic book, and we're talking about a black guy?
It's a ginger. It's okay. He's going to be replaced.
That's true. That's true.
Let me
I don't have a book. What am I
let-
supposed to do?
not freeze there.
Yeah, please.
We're just
Yeah.
displaying the racist Zach.
Let me,
Okay. Let's all point and laugh at the races.
let
Which
me.
we should
Yes.
do.
All right, let me address something Maranya said. Eric needs to hold the book from the side. How dare he cover up the excellent guest star in the book? If they gave a crap about him, they would have put him on the cover with the first black superhero.
Probably not gonna be here for that much long. My cousin's wedding reception is tonight. Oh, well, congratulations to your cousins, and congratulations to
Hey.
if there's an open bar.
And congratulations for not being you until you're ready to go over that wall.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Because
Look at that. The first and still the greatest black superhero of all.
Still
That
a
is-
lie.
it is kind of a lie because he was not the first, and well,
Was
his
Luke
greatest
Cage
is
timely?
debatable.
Was Luke Cage timely, or was he Marvel?
No, there was a reason why they said it was him and not Black Panther, because it wasn't that they'd forgotten there was a Black Panther.
Is it like the first American black super? Because if you said the first American black superhero, okay, I can buy into that because T'Challa is from Wakanda.
I mean,
But-
T'Challa is, I guess, he's, I don't know what their reasoning was. I've forgotten, but
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if you ask some Africans, they would say that they don't need to identify as black because they associate that with African Americans.
Right.
Well, wait, you know what I think it is? Because then they drew T'Challa. He was probably gray. The color tone.
no, that wasn't. But let's take a moment to drink in the cover artist of this book.
I know. I
It's
just gotta
not Gil
say,
Kane.
I love.
Yeah,
Gil
it
Kane.
is.
Oh, it is Gil Kane?
Yeah.
It is Gil Kane.
Oh,
Don't you remember us
you're
doing the
looking at-
reading last week?
that was a whole 6 days ago.
No, that's Zach was holding up his double chai latte, going, "She wrote on my cup, but I can't read it because the condensation is all running down."
Drinks chai latte.
What do you mean, Lobo? What am I thinking of a different Lobo?
No, it
Gotta be.
was a Western hero named Lobo.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
she is right.
Okay.
2 issues. Southern distributors wouldn't distribute
He's
it.
not a superhero.
Well,
I'm not surprised. But...
He was the first. He was the first black character to have his own title.
So was Falcon before Black Panther then?
Yes.
Falcon was also.
Oh.
No,
okay.
before Luke Cage, not before.
Before
Oh,
Luke
before Luke Cage.
Right.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. They all look the same to Zach.
No, Falcon wears a red costume. Luke Cage wears the yellow. But then Falcon also had that weird green costume for a short time too. Anyway.
Lucas. Don.
Lucas. Yes. Yeah,
I like
basically-
reading- I like
that's
reading
right.
the
Yeah, because I look up
headlines.
the New York State, I guess the NSY or NYS library online here says, yeah, because he was the first one to actually start his own comic book.
Yeah, that should have been worded better because that predated the Black Panther series and Jungle Action, which started.
Yeah, I was
with
gonna say
Issue
Jungle
5, I
Action
believe.
wasn't his own series. He was just
No, they gave him the book. It was Jungle Action starring Black Panther. It was
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
But that was, I think, 73 when that started.
But this is
Tell
actually
me.
called Luke Cage, though. That's the thing. That's the big difference, though. It actually says Luke Cage at the very beginning. It was his book.
Well, it says
Zach-
they're half right. He's not the first black superhero. First black superhero with his own title.
Okay.
Zach,
Yes.
you said you love reading the headlines. I like it too. What
Yeah.
do you hear when you read these headlines?
Spider-Man, I found your birds of feather.
I hear a certain guy with a noticeable mustache and a
I sure
smoking
would like
habit.
to hear that now.
I don't want to lose my eardrums again.
Take off your headphones, bitch.
You call me a bitch, you little.
You might be running this stream, but don't forget who pays the bills.
Yeah, you're also the diva had to make us wait 15 minutes so you could take a shower. Oh,
Pardon me for not wanting to stink.
I'm surprised that Zach's like, oh my god, I gotta wipe.
That's
I gotta
right.
Zach just read this. I'm surprised he didn't shower.
Zach or Pixel wanted to wait till the stream started to stink.
And Pixar's wearing the white shirt too. What's going on with that?
It's a Coke shirt, Coca-Cola.
Ah,
And
Pepsi's
later,
better.
I'm going to be drinking a Pepsi.
yeah, Pepsi's better.
It is
it's with the
not.
real sugar.
Speaking of Coke and bears, go check out Coke and Bear.
Anyway, yes, it's nice seeing the Daily Bugle always, even if it's in another book.
Yes.
But from this start, they want to go ahead and just give him some action.
Wait a second. He's complaining because the Bugle won't give him the time of day. It might have something to do with the fact that he took J. Jonah Jameson, all three J's money, and shoved it in his mouth.
He didn't yet.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. There's no way that.
Yeah, by issue 17, I believe he had.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah.
what year did issue 17 come out?
17 was 1973.
Okay, and the Spider-Man issue we read last week.
Yeah, Spider-Man 129 came out the same month.
Ah, okay.
In your face.
It had a cover date of February, but it came out in November. February
Okay.
of 1974, but the
Use
release
my
date.
knowledge.
Right.
What the hell's wrong
Well-
with people?
No,
Trying to
whippersnappers. All right, so
Sorry
if
for
you've never-
doubting you, Breen. I just
you've
thought.
I got empty beer bottles older than you, kid.
So, if you've never read this book, you're kind of being first kind of surprised because it's kind of like a black exploitation, kind of like the way they write the dialogue. It's almost kind of like Shaft. If you ever watched the first Shaft movie, not the later ones. You know?
Why is it a surprise?
Yeah.
Well, because not everybody's read this comic book. You know why?
It's
Because
old.
Cage just gets in love with Marvel.
That's
Oh, well, that is also true, sadly.
that's true.
Every comic book shop should have like an omnibus, a Luke Cage omnibus. Where is that? You know, I don't really see them on the shelves. If there was one, it's out of print, and they've
Then-
never cared to put it back in print.
Doesn't E have one, or is that like one of the
There's-
like big
no,
collections?
Essentials.
Yeah, the
there
essentials.
have been
that's it.
essentials. There have been 2 volumes of Masterworks, and there have been a couple of Epic collections. But those have been, I think, Powerman and Iron Fist. I think they're just now getting around to doing a Luke Cage.
Mm.
So here's what I'm going to say. I don't think it's a surprise. I think that's exactly what people should expect when going back and reading this. And people at the time, I'm sure, were expecting that too. They were somewhat of the rage.
Also, if you should not be offended by reading this. If
I
you're
got to
offended by
correct
reading this,
myself.
you are just need to not read anything.
I do have to correct myself. They did do the first volume a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And they edited some of Englehart's original dialogue.
Oh.
Have you already done his origin story? I know a little about this character beyond his existence. We did do a reading on it. I don't think we did. Did we do? I can't remember.
Was it
We did a
here or was it on England Teens?
Might have been on I Love Comics.
Didn't we retrospect the Powerman Iron Fist
We did do the Powerman events,
They
which does have a
redid.
callback.
Yeah, they redid his origin there.
Yeah, I know. We at least either read it or did a retrospective on it.
We read it. Was it posted? I think it was posted.
I don't know. You have a bad habit of not posting things.
So, life is busy, okay?
He
This is
chooses
true.
what he wants to upload.
This is true.
Yeah,
Let's not air our dirty laundry on the air. I mean, Pixel's already taken his showers there. So.
I
That's
know.
right.
He's
I'm wearing
all he's
clean
missing-
laundry.
All he's missing is the hairnet, and he looks like the Marty McFly when he on Back to the Future. Got the little mustache.
Anyway,
Oh, are you growing a little mustache, Pixel?
I mean, look at that.
I need it to get a little fuller, and then I'll shave the
Look at that.
just the edges, the slight
Look at
edges,
it.
not all
Like,
the way.
It doesn't grow to chin; it goes underneath the chin for some reason. A line, and it's pauses in the middle.
Can we go back to the fucking book?
Wait, there's no need for profanity. Why don't you ask your partner if you can borrow some of his 5 o'clock shadow since he can grow a beard in a day?
Hold on, I'm nobody's partner.
Yeah, he's not my partner. I was about to say.
I'm his daddy.
Okay.
Eat
Back to the
Hot
comic.
Dad Bankman. Anyway, the plot is very introduced rather quickly. Basically, man wants to hire him to break into Stark Industries. No, and
Enterprise.
He's basically convinced Luke Cage, like, oh yeah, Tony Stark wants this, he's a new prototype, for deep space exploration, or exploration. I was gonna say
Stark
exploitation by accident.
Deep space exploitation.
So at first Luke Cage doesn't want nothing to do with them, but then he sees the check and he's like, you know what? I'll go help you out. That's that much money. So of course this is the obvious deceival or ploy on by
Charlie Chaplin
by
over
Orville.
here.
Charlie Chaplin. Orville. And then we see
Charlie
Noah.
Chan, but
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
that- I guess they all look alike too, Zach.
So Noah, for those, for such, Ed, you said you haven't read it, the Powerman Iron Man, or you've seen the origins of Luke Cage. Noah was the scientist that gave Luke Cage his powers. He the prison, right?
Yes.
mhm.
Yeah. And since then, he's basically been trying to help Luke out. Anyway, so basically, so Luke's gonna sneak into the facility at nighttime. He's hitching a ride under this truck with a bright ass steel shirt, and I love the next page when they find her at the facility, because at this point he still thinks he's getting paid to do a job, but I love how he says, "Go back up." You pass it up, scroll back up. He says, "I'll just drop off from under the truck here, hit loose and easy, and roll quickly into the shadows. With my complexion, don't think anyone will notice me there." Yeah, that we need to cancel this book now.
You see, it's funny because he's black.
Len Wein, we're canceling you. Sorry,
Yeah,
you're
'cause
not allowed to
he's-
write anymore.
But you're black.
So Luke Cage just sneaks he basically goes in the facility, tries to open the door. Now this is kind of cool, the giant door thing. I always go back to the Daredevil, where he's trying to open up Kingpin's vault and he's struggling.
Mhm.
Obviously,
Luke Cage is a little stronger. He breaks the handle off.
Well, remember the Kingpin's vault wasn't locked.
No,
It was just the door was so big. He had one of the few people that could open it.
it gets in there. He knocks out the guards.
He was a big
Of
boy.
course, we cut to Tony Stark. Eventually,
No, that's yeehaw, Officer Jameson from the country Jamesons.
You do me proud, boy.
Here we go. Here's our Playboy philanthropist, Tony Stark. When I say Playboy, I don't mean he posed in Playboy.
He posed in Playgirl
Yes,
There
to
you go.
Miranya's excitement.
he was wearing his armor and the nose piece.
Nose piece.
Of course, because this leads to confrontation between Iron Man and Power Man, neither one knows what's really going on. All I know is that Iron Man's like, pretending to be. Remember, at this point, he's still the bodyguard for Tony Stark. He's like, "You're bringing facility," and so they tussle, and this is cool. I love the old school action art in here. This is George Tuska doing the art here, and he does a great job. I forgot is inking. Billy Graham is inking over.
Oh yeah, the Reverend Billy Graham.
Kelly
That's
Grant.
right.
Yeah.
I didn't know he did this before he got into being a pastor.
So
I mean, he
I
just
have
like.
one.
So
I
I
have
love.
one-
I want to say that real quickly, Pixel. Then I'll stop cutting you off. I just,
No, you won't.
No, he won't.
No, the Iron Man armor is like, at this point, like Tony's like thinking like, oh, okay, I can just take this guy on, and then he gets, I love how he gets shocked, because oh my gosh, you actually damaged my chest plate, ripped out the battery. So Tony Stark at this point but I don't know if he still has the heart problem, where he loses power.
And honestly, and I think Maranya will back me up on this. This is merely just a plot device to get Luke Cage over in this story, and to where he has to go after the bad guy, because Luke Cage does not have the power to do what he did to his armor in 1973.
Oh wow, okay.
Or he shouldn't be able to. I'm like, because the stuff he's taking artillery shells.
Also,
by this
I want to
time.
point out that the ice armor has nipples.
Well,
why?
he traded it for the nose.
Does
There
he
you go.
plug it? Does he
You can have
charge
the
himself with
nipples, you can have the
cables on the
nose. You
nipples?
can't have both.
Does he tap the? No, seriously, is that how he charges in the chest piece or on the nipples with the jumper cables? What's the 70s? People swing a little bit different.
What the fuck, man?
I'm
Anyway, I was going to say
why are you
thing.
getting so angry over there? Are you one of those people that still do it today?
All this profanity.
I
know.
know.
Why is everybody judging me?
Well,
I'm not judging you.
because we've got a fine, upstanding churchgoer underneath.
Okay, I stand corrected. Jumper cables were in the pods on his sides.
Oh, is that what's in those plates that are on his hips?
I thought those were guns.
I thought they were like, well, in the movies, I know he has flares come out of them.
But
out of his nipples. Anyway,
Marvel
my
has
one
a thing for lights.
he
coming out
will
of the
never.
nipples.
Actually, I'm just saying he'll never be as cool as our boy Craven
just-
the Hunter with his nipples.
With
I just wanted-
lion eye nipples. Yeah.
I
My real
just
name is
wanted
Judge
to
Amy
say,
Judge.
Say it.
in drawing Iron Man and coloring Iron Man, when they get to his eyes, I think it's better if they just go full black for the distance, because the white looks wrong to me. That looks like teeth in a mouth.
Well, you're also you gotta realize you're also looking at this page really close up.
That's true too.
Oh, now I'm going to look at it even
It
closer.
looks like he's Batman's. He's got like the Batman eyes.
Hey,
He's got-
how are
he's-
you?
well, actually,
I'm
no,
Iron Man.
He's got actually looks like he's frowning a little bit. Actually, where's it, Mr. Miracle?
Yeah, I can see that.
The way they do, I've never understood that.
I
Same
like
with
how
Iron-
Pixel has jazz hands when he's trying to make a point.
My hands have to talk for me. I'm actually not part Italian.
I mean,
You're
Pixel, I
perfect.
wish I
Nice
knew.
a boy.
I wish I
Not
knew
as a
what to do with my
boy.
hands. They just
It's a
keep
me.
I don't know. They just keep coming up.
um,
So the kids' gloves are off. The fact that Iron Man even has kids' gloves still concerns me to this day. Whenever Spider-Man says I have kids' gloves, it's like,
shut up.
and then we meet this guy, Rainbow Rider. Let's get
Not me.
It's
He's here
actually
again.
it's He-Man before he got the muscles.
Oh, that might be the guy
He-Man!
playing, that might be the guy playing him now.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey,
Hey,
It's
man.
this is Lucas, another friend of Luke Cage. Basically, he's like, "Oh,
No,
Luke Cage got."
no, that's
not
D.W.
his
Griffith.
name.
I know.
God,
No, you didn't.
you
That's-
did not know.
It's hard to read when he just keeps moving the page. So
Reading is hard.
Learning's hard.
I got my education, and pixels are us.
Pixels.
Well, you should be a lot smarter than you is.
All I learned there is just you gotta talk with the hands and wave them.
Wave them as
They're
if there were
making
no
your point.
repercussions.
If you're not paying attention, the hands will call you into attention.
And
That's my TED Talk.
God, he started moving his fingers. I thought I was watching E.T.
It is fun.
that is Pixel in 3D.
Got it. Can you imagine like pixel ringers like that Japanese that comes out of the screen? Those fingers.
Pixel's part Nephilim. Oh, that explains it. Yeah. His daddy was an angel.
His rocket boots aren't working. Probably because this is not an Iron Man book. If it was
Like
Iron
I
Man
said,
book, it probably would.
if you're go ahead, do yourself a favor. I know we're kind of butchering the retrospective. Go read through this. This is actually a really fun story.
Excuse me, may I say something?
Yeah.
Nobody shows up at the fuck you. Nobody shows up. Nobody shows up at these if they had a prayer of wanting to know what's happened in the book we're doing.
That's true. We're
I
not
can
doing
pretty much know what they're getting at this point. But yes, go get that first Epic collection. This series was so good. I mean, I'm sorry, so good.
It was groovy, man.
Yeah.
Yes, it was
Groovy, baby.
Like I said, Archie Goodwin does the first 4 or 5 issues, and then Englehart takes over. So this is then Len Wein takes over later on.
Yeah, if I would be serious for just a quick sec, people that didn't read the character until Bendis in the Avengers or the Richard
Powerman
Corbin one where
Exactly.
he gave him all the gold teeth. They just dismiss the early issues as blaxploitation crap.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot going on in those books. They were very well done. A lot of subplots, and it really was as good as anything Marvel was doing at that time. And Marvel was really good.
Well, the thing is, they put a lot of heart and soul into this. I'm not trying to be a pun. It's just
I
actually there's a lot of emotion in this character. If you like Spider-Man, the early Spider-Man stuff, you see how he struggles. Luke Cage struggled too with people recognizing him. They just worry about people turning him into the law because
he gets involved with there's this subplot where this woman hires him because her husband's been killed, and then she gets involved with Phil Fox, who's trying to find out who Luke Cage really is.
That was Mace, right?
And no, this was pre-Mace. Phil Fox was a Bugle reporter, and whoever the bad guy was might have been Cottonmouth, so one of them ends up killing the woman because she's in the wrong place at the wrong time, and after she basically gets popped for Phil Fox's murder. I mean, there's a lot going on in this series. A character you guys have probably actually even heard of, Big Ben Donovan, the lawyer. I think he's been used. I think he might have even been used in Zdarsky's Daredevil. But he goes back to issue 14, where he's that lady's lawyer, and he thinks he's going to just roll over Luke in a fight, and Luke beats him down so bad he's going, enough, brother. He goes, let me be on your team. He goes, I'm just aching to be on your side. So he kind of became an ally of Luke going forward.
I gotta say though, I read through 1 through 17, and this rigor when it's Luke Cage, Hero of Fire, and then Luke Cage, Powerman. It's a totally different feel I get for this character. Before he teamed up, they became Iron Man, but Iron Fist and Power Man together. Although I would love to have the Marvel team up though.
Only because characters grew at Marvel. They didn't at DC in those days. So there was still pieces of Luke Cage. I mean, parts of Luke Cage that go back to the beginning. But now I would say there's no trace of that Luke Cage in Luke Cage today.
That story though, with Mace, I think Pixel and I have read it on the channel here too. And I think Ronnie too.
Posted.
It hasn't been posted. Probably
maybe part of it's been posted because
yes,
it was
but anyway, there's this guy named Mace who's one of the villains. He's like the most weirdest villain ever. But he's a former Vietnam soldier or something like that, or Korean War soldier.
Yep.
And he has a mace because he lost his hand, so he has a mace there instead.
Real creative name, I know.
Right, you know, right?
In shocking news, Pixel forgot to post something.
And he hates, he really hates, basically Luke Cage. Whenever we read it, we're like, man, why did Zach read this? Anyway, but no, so the character basically, Luke Cage gets involved with this woman again, and being got a nice guy, he helps her out, and then wanted to be duped by her, and realized that he's basically being blackmailed by Mace to work for him, and this is because Luke Cage fled New York because his identity got out, you know, because they're still looking for Carl Lucas. He hasn't been cleared for his crimes yet. His office was ransacked. He quick fled. He went to Chicago. So I mean, I like the fact we got to see him like a character like him, because most Marvel characters like, oh, they're in New York, they're always in New York. So it was cool to see Luke Cage go to Chicago, and you know, just every character he met, you know, is it someone could he trust him, or or is it someone he couldn't trust?
That was a subplot that took 6 years to resolve, and I think he ended up, you know, I think it ended up getting retconned that he was an undercover cop. Because God forbid you have, you know, a non-white character with any kind of flaws at any point in their lives. But to me that destroyed his origin.
Yeah, I think what it was, he actually accidentally killed someone. That's what it was. That's why he had to flee to Chicago.
I am going not high. I want to go ahead and pull this up because it's a good part to talk about. SJWs hate Bronze Age Luke Cage because it was drawn and written by white guys.
Well, so was Black Panther.
So was Black Panther, but so was Shang-Chi. Because it's not a Marvel retrospective without me bringing up the fact that how lucky we are to have still access to these books. Because currently on the Marvel Unlimited app, if you try to read Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, it is unavailable because his actor is a prick who cannot understand the importance of storytelling, even when something is problematic. For Fu Manchu. Fucking Fu Manchu. And so he's a great villain.
They removed all of it from the app just because of him? Just because of Simu?
Because he caused a fuss. Because that's exactly... He causes fusses all the time. He caused a fuss at a fucking basketball game because they said they had a lookalikes thing, and they used Shang-Chi, and then they popped up the... one of the Asian people there, and he was like, he looks nothing like me. This is unacceptable. What a bitch you are. Sorry. No, I'm not. Partially, I
wouldn't be.
He really infuriates me, and I'm glad that we didn't have to go through this with Mike Coulter. I think Mike Coulter really loved the character. He did not have a problem with Sweet Christmas. So I miss that show, really.
Limu Emu, or whoever the fuck it is that plays Shang-Chi, he makes Brie Larson feel like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, because at least Brie Larson is saying that while what happens to the character is ridiculous, her whole thing is about, wow, look at this. It's a powerful woman. Meanwhile, Simu Lao, is that how it's called? I don't know. I'm sorry. I am sorry about that.
I don't know if I care, yeah.
Especially with how he treats his character, but he can't respect what his character was and how it changed through time. He has no respect for that, and I have no respect for him.
No, I have no respect for anybody who applies 2023 bullshit standards, and they are bullshit, to the past. It's, you know, we've changed all of human history to accommodate one generation of fucking snowflakes. That's basically what we've done.
Yeah. No, I have to agree when things like this happen. It's ridiculous. Rhaegar talking about the Luke Cage show, saying the first half is great until Cottonmouth dies. I think that I disagree. I liked when Cottonmouth died. It was such a shock, and it was heartbreaking because the actor was so great. But
Yeah.
gotta love Mariah Stokes. Yes. Overall, though, getting back to Luke Cage, we're lucky to have these classic issues, and we can see them for the time they were, and we can appreciate the books as they are, the stories that they gave that have the same amount of respect for every other character.
So the story I was talking about before, Luke Cage on the run, is issue 2 and issue 3 of Luke Cage Here for Hire. What's this called? Actually, and that is just a great little epic 2-part story. And then I think it's issue 7 or 8. I can't remember which one it was. Dr. Doom
8 and 9.
Yeah, versus Luke Cage and the Fantastic Four with Medusa when it was on the team, guest stars. And I want to read
where
those.
he literally goes to Latveria because Doom stiffed him on a $200 fee. So he borrows an FF. You want to read spare, rockets basically. Goes to Latveria and does the I want my $2 only $200.
Why haven't we read this?
I want my 350.
I am ready to say that I'm not going to pay you a dime.
At the end, he goes, "Take that. You have earned. You've earned my respect, which is harder even to earn than my funds." So he pays him.
There you go.
It's great.
And ever since then, they have poker night every Friday night.
And now you're going to tell me which issue this was again, so that way we can plan to read it.
8 and 9.
8 and 9,
bro.
Look for it soon. Also, I want to say we're getting close to the end that we need to go ahead and cut off. But Ed Brewer is saying everybody should do your best Luke Cage impression, and we should put it up as a short. So should we each take turns saying "Sweet Christmas"?
No,
nobody.
Well, they're gonna cut my part out anyway. They said in the chat,
I wasn't bringing that up because I didn't want to spoil us doing that. Nobody has any interest. Okay, let's wrap it up.
Sweet motherfucking Christmas, honkies.
I swear that's like your favorite word is honkies.
Shut the hell up, fool.
Listen, Cracker. Sweet Christmas.
Sweet Christmas.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Zach.
Oh, sweet Christmas.
See, that sounds all wrong, and he knows it. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, please, Venkman.
Yes. And I just want to say, how's it going, little Rhaegar? All right, we're done, guys. We'll see you in I guess in 15 minutes or 20 minutes.
And what are we reading?
Fantastic Four.
Something Fantastic Four.
237.
Yep. And then for a second reading, we don't know. It's been suggested by Marania that we do a Superman book.
Yeah, well, Jace called us the geeky Marvel only show, so I approve of something different.
Yes, Marvel let us. Yes.
Well, if we're gonna go back to DC though, don't we kind of want to revisit the Teen Titans?
I mean, it all depends on who wants to show up and read it with us. I mean, the one that she pointed out. Let me look it up.
Where there's some gender swapping.
Yes. A whole lot of rawhide virus going on. Austin P, you're gonna like that.
There's the rawhide virus has been cured.
If Venkman sets it up, then yeah, sure, I'll do a second reading. I'm tired, man.
If I set it up,
I'm so tired.
I mean, I have a thumb already going for FF 238. So
there might be some Khazar virus.
We can do some
yes.
What we'll do some back-to-back FF. How's that sound?
Wait, which one's the 40-page that we're doing?
No, that would be 236 if we did that.
Okay.
That's the triple
We're not
size.
doing it. Okay, then back-to-back FF today. What's tomorrow?
The important is
Tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah.
Am I in either one of those issues?
Yeah, you are.
I believe you are, because I'm in a certain issue, boy.
I am looking forward to this, Dad.
I'll just say this: if we do 236, though, I'm gonna point out right now. Someone's gonna do Doctor Doom, and someone's gonna do Puppet Master because it can't be the same person.
That's true.
The disrespect that I am witnessing right here is unfathomable.
It's
You'll
without
be fine.
fathom.
Well,
We'll
we're gonna.
let Trusty be Doctor Doom, and I'll just be the narrator. Acha-cha.
Are we doing 237, 238, or are we doing 236?
We're doing
Oh.
237 and 238 tonight.
Yeah.
But
Someday we
think
can do
about
236 if you really want to. There'll be one giant reading.
that we
40
should save that
40
for maybe
pages.
Sunday. Maybe Sunday.
Rick's just like,
Maybe
I don't want to do
Sunday.
anything on Sunday. Screw you guys.
No, what? No,
Yes.
I'll
See,
be there
even-
Sunday.
See, even,
All right.
even Graphic Man knows you're young and should stop bitching.
What on earth? We're not on Earth when you join this channel.
That's true. We go to another
we're reading
dimension.
237 and 238 tonight, and Sunday we'll read 236. That's the deal. It's over. Good night.
And I just gotta. So the frog and the puppet want us to
fuck them.
Whoa,
Screw the
whoa,
puppets.
whoa! I didn't get that message.
Human uprising. Overthrow the felt.
This is where
No
again
more.
I say it's disconcerting when they pretend to be separate in
They
I
speak
have
in the
no
third
idea
person.
what you're talking about.
Exactly.
I've never liked that puppeting guy. Never been associated with him.
well, that's finally something in common because we've never liked him either.
Graphic says we should read the even pages only.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It would be just odd.
That's good. That's good.
Good night, guys.